Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be Ace Tanker gameplay. Pretty much that's what it's going to be. And if you want to send me some Ace Tanker replays that you've got for me to do some commentary over and share with everyone, then just send them to me. So today is my own Ace Tanker, and that is with the UDES 19 medium tank. And I really have fallen in love with this tank. It is such a great tank, hold down especially. So in this game I get Radley Walters, Ace Tanker, and do I think over 4,000 damage. So it was a really great game. So me and the Standard B are heading out over here to the west, and you can see our Progetto. He's being a bit aggressive. He is way up there along with our Scorpion, and their AMX 1390 is doing an awesome job spotting them there in the middle, and sadly they do end up dying quite quickly on our team. They've just pushed way too far forward too fast, and I've been seeing that a lot with the teams lately. I've just not been able to win at all. And it seems to mainly only be in tier 9 and 10 games that I'm not able to win. Everybody just makes mistakes so fast, and then all of a sudden the game is just over within 3 minutes, and it's a blowout win or loss for whichever team that happens to. So the AMX 1390 spots me here, and he is up there in the middle in a bush, and I know I've got to get rid of that guy. At first I thought that it was somebody that was in this gap, but he ends up lighting me up again there in the middle in the bush, and I end up getting rid of that issue pretty quickly. So I'm just sitting here seeing if I can spot anybody over there, and the AMX starts showing up, and I honestly don't know what their IS-3 is doing. He's not being very smart there. He's pushed up the riverbed there, and that is a snap fest from both sides. And their Standard B, he decides to try and follow him as well. Standard B, he ends up getting out of there, and here I just go ahead and finish off that AMX 1390 and put him out of his misery. So now I'm going to go ahead and push up with our Standard B and provide some support for him. He ends up taking a decent sized hit here when he crosses that gap, which I suspect he probably would have, because there's always a tank destroyer or somebody sitting up there, and I'm almost assuming that probably was their STRV tank destroyer that hit him. So I end up driving across here, and that could have been really bad if there had been a tank destroyer back there, but I don't get spotted, which tells me that there is no tanks back there. You can see their IS-3 and their Standard B are still there in the middle of the riverbed, and by this point I'm pretty shocked that their IS-3 has made it this long, and he ends up dying. And here I am just trying to see if I can spot anything up there, because I know the Standard B took a hit from up there, and I end up getting spotted myself. That was by the EBR. Yeah, EBR. I really cannot stand those tanks. They're just too hard to kill. They're too fast, and I know they have no armor, and when they get hit it really damages their wheels, but still those things seem near impossible to hit. Their Object 704 ends up making some big mistakes here. I guess he thinks that we're not over here, or maybe he's just not paying attention. He ends up going and just charging down the middle, which allows me to get some really nice side shots there into the side of him. And I think I'm going to get one more shot, but I end up hitting the rock. He ends up trying to duck down in the ditch or the dip over here, and I end up getting one more shot into him. And the Leopard and the EBR, they've got two Standard Bs. You know, I just realized they have two Standard Bs. I didn't realize that at first. I was like, where's the Standard B coming from? But because the other one was still in the riverbed. But I end up going around here because he knows that I'm over here, but I don't think he realizes that the other standard B is with me, that my teammate is. I turn and try to get a shot on him, but I'm too slow and I just don't pay attention. You gotta have map awareness and pay attention to what's going on. And I bounce off this turret, sadly. I start to see here that the object 704 looks like he's gonna push up on me. But he is so low on health, and right here I get so lucky. I cannot believe he misses his shot. By all means, I should have been hit by that object 704. I end up going to help my standard B here, because if he dies, things could go really bad for me really fast. And he ends up dying anyways, but I know their standard B is on reload because I have one of these. He has emptied his clip and it takes a while. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, object 704. He misses his shot and I finish him. And the standard B gets one shot reloaded into his gun, but I know he's still reloading, so I hurry up and finish him off. And then I start to see the east is not looking very good at all. And I notice there's some tanks that if I get in the middle, I can actually help out my teammates. So I try to start making my way over there to get some side shots into those tanks that's pushing on them. Sadly, I don't make it over there quick enough to help them out. So I rush over there really quickly, and I'm fully suspecting that I'm going to take some kind of side shot from that STRV that's never been spotted. I'm assuming he's still in the middle and he's trying to shoot the teammates that I have over there in the east. But yeah, you can see they're dying and dropping like flies. So I try to hurry up and knock over a tree, and well, I don't knock over the tree yet, but I try to get some cover. And I see one of those pesky EBRs. He is pushing up on my teammate there, my tier 10 UDES medium. And those things, he doesn't realize that I'm able to see him there. He's just outside my view range circle, or I guess that's the view range circle, but I was trying to get a shot on him. He's doing some rocking there, trying to not take a hit. And I finally get a hit on that guy, which makes me feel pretty lucky to hit him. And then the super Pershing shows up, and my teammate ends up dying to this guy, sadly. And the VK shows up to help too. I don't know why my teammate's pushing forward there. I guess he thought he could take them. But I get some lucky shots into the turret of the super Pershing here from this distance. They're really far away from me, but I do get very lucky. And I finish him off. Now I'm trying to just move and hope for the best that the STRV hasn't made it to the middle and I don't get spotted. He has very good camo value, and I end up going in the middle anyways just to try and spot that VK as he shows up to our base. He's almost dead. I probably should have just went on and tried to finish him anyways, but I end up sitting there and waiting on him. And I kind of just go up here in this nest of trees and wait it out. I thought for sure I was going to get spotted when I do this, but I guess the STRV must be on the other side of the ridge, and that's why I didn't get spotted or anything. If their artillery had been watching, he probably would have noticed that tree going down and probably shot me, but he must not have been paying attention or anything like that, because I figured he would have suspected I was in the middle, but maybe not. And the VK does show up here. He acts like he's trying to spot me. I guess maybe he's got binoculars on it, because he pauses and looks around. And I'm just sitting here trying to let it aim in on a weak spot, and I finally find a spot to shoot him. And I'm like, okay, well, I gotta spot this STRV. I don't know where he is. He's never been spotted. And Surprise, out of nowhere, he shows up right beside me. So I do take a hit from him, and it could have ended up being very, very bad here. Their artillery, he does miss his shot on me there, and I'm hoping this guy will miss his shot, and he does. So that gives me an opportunity to get up here and finish him off. I end up finishing him, and now it's time to go ahead and find that artillery and get rid of him. My teammates are pretty sure that he is over at B0. That must have been where they got hit by him. But once I get over there, I don't spot him at all. So he has moved somewhere else. So I end up going and trying to let my binoculars activate and spot this rogue artillery, which the FE207 is anything but rogue. He's a big artillery. So just moving up, and I figure if he was in that area, maybe I would have spotted him by now, but there's a hill on the way, maybe not. I end up going to the top of the ridge, and everybody's saying B0, so I thought maybe he would be at A8, but he was not there. My binoculars kick in and nothing, so I've decided to go ahead and try to get on the capture to lure him out. I would rather have the win than him shotgun me and kill me. You know, getting greedy and trying to get more damage and Radley Walters. But I end up not being smart and going by the house. And that's a pretty typical spot for people trying to hide and capture. And I end up just getting out of there, so now my teammates are telling me the right area, because he is definitely in the area where they're clicking. I should have just went for him to begin with, but I end up trying to capture to lure him out. Because you can see there's only 3 minutes left on the time, and if he had been moving the whole time, he could have possibly not been in the area where they're clicking, and I could have been going on a wild goose chase and the time running out and it being a draw. But I get lucky here that he didn't reset it or do any damage to me. He hits the house and he does do some stun, and I'm just like, forget it. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. May as well just go ahead and go for Radley Walters. So I go around and I know where he most likely is. And I do spot him pretty quickly here. And I should have just let it aim in here. This could have been a fatal mistake, but I get lucky because he's so slow turning his artillery around. And I'm able to get around beside him and finish him off before the time runs out and snag a Radley Walters. Alright, I'll be right back with the battle screen.